Tess Masto. She was kind enough to come to our office and be with us today. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you. Listen, first of all, it is exciting for me to be here, and I want to thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
I don't think people realize, and I'm going to ask you to talk a little bit about what a broker does, because there's a lot of help for individuals that are looking to see if they can get coverage insurance through the Nevada Health Link. And I would say to everybody that's out there in Nevada, if you are looking to see if you can afford health care, reach out. Reach out to our brokers, reach out to the website. There are so many opportunities. I know there's a lot of work we are still doing in Washington to make sure that we are ensuring there's more affordable health care for everyone, but you should at least reach out to see if you can get the coverage you need. So talk a little bit about what brokers do.
Yeah, well, first of all, what we do is we help people qualify for subsidies. We go over.
So what does that mean? So explain what that means.
Yeah, so what we do is that those people that do not obtain or are able to obtain coverage through their work or through somebody else's work, like a spouse, or through Medicaid and Medicare, this is an option for them to come and obtain subsidies to help them pay for their health insurance and help them offset some of those costs that can potentially be high with health insurance. People come here, we help them enroll. It's a very simple process. I mean, look, if you could go out to dinner and spend an hour, or if you can go to a baseball game and spend an hour, you can come here and spend a few minutes with us to help you get affordable health insurance to help you protect your family.
And part of it is because sometimes when you go on the website, it's very confusing, right? Sometimes
Absolutely,
and you got to look at the different options available, what's best for you. So that's what the brokers do. They sit down with you, they identify what your needs are, right?
Absolutely.
And then walk through and figure out what's the best plan for you, what's affordable, if you qualify or eligible for subsidies, and the subsidies are available because under the Affordable Care Act. We fought to ensure that anybody that really doesn't get the coverage from their employers but can't afford it based on the income they're making, there's some subsidies to help you afford it. Now, let me just say this. We know that more work needs to be done to make sure more people have access to health care, but this is a great start, and that's why it's so important for you to reach out and talk with the brokers. How many people do you have working with you here?
Here in the office, we have 3 additional brokers that can help Nevadans enroll in the Nevada Health Link, and we have other partners around the state of Nevada that can help them out too.
And how long have you been doing this?
We've been doing this for 5 years, since 2015.
So you're steeped in it. You pretty much know the programs and what the insurance companies offer and how you can help individuals, right?
Yes, absolutely. And we've been through the roller coaster, and things are getting better now with the Health Link, and us being able to enroll people in the Nevada Health Link. Again, the only place where Nevadans can go to obtain these subsidies to lower their health insurance costs.
That's right. So what, if somebody's watching this and they want to reach out, what do they need to bring with them? What do they need to bring when they come to talk with you? What should they bring with them?
Just basic identification, their social security card, proof of income, if they have residency status, then obviously their residency card, those identifiable, those IDs that identify them.
Okay. And then as you talk to your clientele, can you give an example of some of the people that you've been able, without identifying them, how you've been able to help people?
Well, we've been able to help people that in the past have been, paying astronomical costs for, things like their insulin, their medications. And, over the years, we've been helping people that have been able to lower some of those costs. And, when they're done and when we approve them, and when they pick a plan or we help them choose a plan, they're happy, they're excited that they're only going to pay $25 for a generic drug, or, their insulin is going to be significantly lower, or they're going to have some of those basic preventive services that they weren't able to have before, like colonoscopies, mammograms, doctor visits. That's important to them, right? A simple thing like lab work it's a gateway to your health, right? A lab work can tell you what you have right now, and what can you potentially have in the future. So these are basic services that everybody should have, And now through the Affordable Care Act and through Nevada Health Link, they can make these services affordable to them at a lower cost.
Right, and I'm glad you brought that up because I think it's so important when we're talking about healthcare, about preventative care. And the Affordable Care Act allows you now just to talk with a doctor and really seek out preventative care before something becomes serious. And that was the important piece of the Affordable Care Act. And so that's why we ask folks to really reach out. Let me ask you this, besides healthcare, prescription drug costs, dental care, eye vision, is any of that covered? Would they talk to you about that?
Well, so dental only for pediatric in some cases.
Okay.
But of course, with the vision, if it's something that impacts their health, like a retinal or, those are things that are covered through the payments.
Okay. And is there a cost for them to come to talk with you and seek your help?
Absolutely not. We do this, there is no cost to get a consultation. There is no cost for us to enroll them. We do it absolutely at no cost. The only cost that they'll have is whatever their responsibility is after the subsidy, which in many cases we see people that walk out of here, paying $0 for a plan, or they walk out of here paying, $50 for a silver plan, which gives them, lower, cost sharing and deductibles and co-payments. That really makes it affordable for them to go see a doctor or to go to the hospital or to get emergency coverage or to get preventive care.
Right. And so we are talking to everyone from the Boulevard Mall, because this is a place where people can come. Where else can they identify brokers if they can't get to this location? Where can they go to identify one closest to them?
Yeah, they can go to the Nevada Health Link or they can call the Nevada Health Link directly.
Okay.
And they can, somebody there can help them choose either a navigator or a facilitator or a broker that is near their area that can help them apply for these subsidies and obtain a health plan.
Okay, and what's one final thing that you want to make sure that viewers know about Nevada Health Link and what you're doing to assist them in getting health care?
Again, just the fact that the Nevada Health Link is the only platform where people can go and obtain these subsidies or this help to help them pay for health insurance. And there really is no cost on your health. Just having a doctor visit or a lab work can really go a long way in determining your future and your health so that you can have a better lifestyle and that you can protect your family. There's things that if you go get checked up today, can prevent, future things that can potentially harm you. So there is no cost to that. And especially if you can come to one of our brokers and potentially get a high subsidy and a lower health insurance cost for your plan.
Yeah, and there's no harm in just reaching out and
Right.
seeing if there's an opportunity to get the coverage that you need. And I know I've talked to so many people across the state of Nevada, and it is about a peace of mind, knowing
Right.
that
Yeah.
maybe you're not ill now, or you don't have a pre-existing condition, but if something happens, you have a peace of mind knowing that you have coverage for health care.
You said it well.
Yeah, and the final thing is, right now with the Affordable Care Act, if you do have a pre-existing condition or you have a child and you want to keep them on your health care up to the age of 26, that is possible because of the Affordable Care Act, because here in the state of Nevada, we have expanded access to health care through expanding Medicaid, and we have Nevada Health Link now. And so we want to make and open up options for everyone to get their health care. Now, I realize not everybody can take advantage of some of the subsidies, right? And so the goal for me in the United States Senate is to continue to ensure that we're bringing access to affordable health care to individuals, not just in Nevada, but across the country. But this is a good start. And so I ask everybody to reach out. If you need health insurance and you need that coverage, please at least reach out to a broker and talk with them and see if there's an opportunity to get that coverage that you need. So thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you for
Thanks
coming.
for all the good